My name is Jason Miller. I'm 31 years old, and I worked as a night bus driver in Arizona, USA. Driving through the desert after midnight was always quiet. Too quiet. People believed the empty highway was the safest route. They were wrong. One cold October night. My last trip began at 11:45 p.m. There were only 4 passengers on the bus: an old man, a college student, a woman holding a sleeping child, and one man wearing a long black coat. He sat in the last seat. His face stayed hidden. Every few minutes, I looked into the rearview mirror. The other passengers moved, but the man in black never moved, never blinked. Around 1:10 a.m., the bus entered a lonely stretch of Route 66. No houses, no lights, only endless darkness. Suddenly, the woman walked to me. She whispered, "Driver, why does that man have no reflection in your mirror?" My hands froze on the steering wheel. I looked again. The last seat looked occupied, but in the mirror, it was empty. I slammed the brakes. Everyone screamed. When I turned around, the man was sitting there again, still staring at me, without moving. Then, the bus radio turned on by itself. A cracked voice said, "He died on this road, 20 years ago." Static filled the bus. The lights flickered, one by one. The passengers disappeared. First the old man, then the student, then the woman and her child. Within seconds, only I and the man in black remained. He slowly stood up. His footsteps echoed through the empty bus, but his feet never touched the floor. He stopped beside my seat. In a deep whisper, he said, "This bus missed my stop 20 years ago." The engine suddenly died. Everything went silent. The bus doors opened by themselves. Outside, I saw dozens of shadowy people standing in the desert. None of them moved. They were all staring at the bus. Then every shadow raised one hand, pointing at me. I closed my eyes and prayed. When I opened them again, morning sunlight filled the road. The bus was empty. No passengers. No man in black. Only dust. When I reported everything, the police checked old accident records. Exactly 20 years earlier, a night bus had crashed on that same highway. Everyone died, including a man wearing a long black coat who was sitting in the last seat. I resigned from my job that same week, but sometimes, when I drive alone at night, I still see a bus in my rearview mirror. Its destination sign never changes. It simply says, "Last stop." And every time it passes me, I see one passenger looking directly at me from the last seat,